Hey guys, I hope you're all doing well. As always, I'm back here with another Gwent deck guide for you today. We're going back to our monster roots and we've got a basic solid deck here for you made up of Relicts. Now this will be familiar for those of you who have played Relicts before. I just made some adjustments to optimize this deck for the current meta. Now there are a lot of decks going around with a lot of heavy control options that like to manipulate what you're doing, and it's very frustrating, but this deck builds its own points. It doesn't really interact much with the other deck, and I quite like it that way. So I'm going to show you how this works. You're welcome to give it a shot. Hope you're all doing well once again, and yeah, enjoy the games. Alright, so first of all, with a relic deck, there's a lot of synergy. Your relics sort of work together to produce more points, even in a short round. Now, what we normally like to start off with is something like our Self-Eater. This card will boost itself every time you play a relic. So if you have a board full of these little guys, they will all be getting boosts constantly whenever you play a relic. This unit will half its base power and then spawn a copy of the same base power on this row. So normally you want this to be an even number, because otherwise it will lose points. Like if you're trying to halve a 5, it will go down to 2 points instead of 3. So rather make sure this is a 6 before you click the button. Make sure it's an even number every time. Alright, now normally you want to start off with something like a Griffin in round 1. A Griffin is quite nice. This is not a relic but a beast. It destroys an allied unit on this row, and if there are no targets it destroys self. So you always wanted to be destroying something, but that's fine because we are playing Fruits of Isgith. So every time you can just spawn one of these on the board and then you can eat it with your Griffin. The idea of course is to keep one Griffin in your deck at all times, and that is so that we can play Mamuna later on, who is a relic. So what Mamuna does is she banishes a bronze unit from your graveyard, then she'll boost herself by that power and summon a copy of it from your deck. So if you have one Griffin in the graveyard, you will be consuming the Griffin, putting Mamuna on 11 points, then you will draw one from your deck, which is another 9 points, putting you on a solid 20 points. Not bad at all. So yes, Mamuna is a great card to be playing. Of course, we have some backup options if our Griffin setup fails. One of the things we like to do is use our Mega Scope on the Griffin. This will cause another Griffin to spawn on your board, which is a solid 9 points in itself. And then you'll have 2 Griffins in your graveyard in case somebody manipulates one with a Squirrel or Xavier. The other option is Gun Cayenne. This is also a very nice relic to have. This on deploy will increase its own base power by 2 for each adjacent relic. So if you play this between 2 relics, it will be 9 points instead of 5. So obviously being able to play that is also very strong. Just remember that with Mamuna, you have the option of summoning a card versus playing it. So Sabbath is triggered at 25 points on a row. So if you happen to have 25 points on a row, you're going to end up actually having to play the card. So when do you want to play a card? Definitely not with a Griffin, because if you play the Griffin, it will have to consume a card or kill the card. Whereas with Gun Cayenne, you want to play Gun Cayenne, or else you'll be pulling out a 5-point Gun Cayenne, whereas playing it, you can make it a 9. So just be careful with that. Maybe experiment with that wording so you get the hang of it. Now another card we have here is She Who Knows. This also only works with Sabbath, meaning 25 points in a row. At the end of the round, this card will give resilience to the highest base power units on your side of the battlefield. So normally she gives it to herself, which is ideal because she then goes into the next round still on the board. If you can get Sabbath again, she will remain on the board into the 3rd round as well. The only other card that normally gets it would be the Ratcatcheress, because the Ratcatcheress increases its base power every time you play a relic. It's already at 9, so if you play 2 relics, this card will be 11, and hence it will be bigger than She Who Knows, and it will be getting the resilience into the next round, which isn't the worst thing. This is still a pretty strong engine type card. Just remember, if you have Sabbath, this card won't get double damage. If you don't have Sabbath, every time Ratcatcheress is pinged, she will lose 2 points instead of 1. So be careful when you play Ratcatcheress, preferably near the end when you have 25 points on a row. Okay, now some of our engines would be Bloody Mistress. So when you have Sabbath, she will turn into Gurnikora and spawn 2 Gurnikora's fruits. Then at the end of each turn, she will boost herself for the amount of Gurnikora fruit on the board, on your side that is. So you'll have 2 along with your 1 from your leader ability, meaning she'll be a 3-point engine, not shabby. The longer you can keep her on the board, the better, of course. Next we have a tutor, Whisper's Tribute. You play her on the range row, and then she will play an organic card from your deck. So the organic cards we have in this deck is firstly Parasite, which can damage an enemy by 6 or boost an allied unit by 6. Then we have our Spores, which is very nice for resetting the power of a unit. Definitely needed in this meta. And then we have 2 natural selections, a bit of control. This allows you to damage an enemy unit by 4, then spawn a drone in a random allied row for each point of excess damage dealt. So this plays for a solid 4 points no matter what. Alright, now next we of course have the 3 Crones. They're all relics, so very nice to have. This will damage an enemy by 2, but if you play a Crone before this, it will damage by 4. If you play 2 Crones before this, it will damage by 6. That's quite nice. The others work the same. Brewers having Consume, up to 3 consumes, and then you have Weavers and up to 6 points of a boost. It depends on the order you play these in. Okay, next we have Maxi to make sure we actually draw our cards. If you really want to, you could replace it for something else at 5 provisions. I couldn't find something I liked. We also have a Neuromancy to guarantee us good cards. Hopefully we actually draw it, and Maxi is able to help us do so. Okay, then we have the Witch Apprentices. Very nice engines to have. When they have Sabbath, they will start boosting themselves by 2 every turn. And then lastly, we have the Lesser Witches. There are also relics. This card will spawn a copy of itself in the graveyard. If bonded, it will spawn a copy of itself on the row instead. So for 4 provisions, you get a 5-point card. But if you play a second one on the board, you get 10 points for 4. So it's not bad at all. Not bad. You preferably want to play them both in the same round, however. Otherwise, they're just a 5 or 4. But the fact that they are relics makes for a bunch of points if you actually have a board swarmed with self-eaters. So I quite like it. Lastly, you have the Tactical Advantage as a stratagem. I normally just boost something like the self-eater so it doesn't get pinged away immediately. You can go for something else if you'd like, though there's not really anything I'd say that's worthwhile at this point. Alright, and that is the Relicts decks. Like I said, very basic, very straightforward. You're welcome to tinker around with this if you'd like. Maybe change something for something else. I like this variation of it though. And yeah, I'll show you 2 or 3 games that I played with it. Have fun, and I'll see you later. Yeah, that's better. The onslaught. No. Okay, Spores needs to go. And what else? This is good. 6 Mamuna, but early maybe. It's good to have it though in hand. We are going second. Maybe too much removal. Yeah, it's fine. No Terra Nova got to 7. Announcement of what? That's a secret. Hitting Catcherus also played for 7. Hey, Basicide. Alright. Guess I'll start with this. Long time no see. How are you doing? Is it that you're finally getting modded? That is not the official announcement. No, not that one. Secret Lab Witcher chair. I mean, I hope. I know Lionheart and Spacey got one. I might be late to the party. When is the Gwent tournament? Which Gwent tournament is that? Hey, May Scold.
Pester me.
I see we have the same card back. Him and I. Okay.
Fool me once, death on you.
Nope.
No one gets to fool me twice.
No, 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 no. Griffin. Spear Sky, thank you for the follow. Is it a book? Nope. Huge coffee mug. The Witcher. That's a good one. Hankook said there's a tournament. Oh yeah, that's open number 1, happening in April. You are correct. That's the official Gwent Masters season beginning in April. The first competitive tournament, that is. The first competitive month is already underway. I guess we go for the Witch Apprentice then.
Quick, move those hooves.
Hope you're having a joyful day. Thanks, Stonewall, you too. An hour and 20 seconds match. I have to get the ping first. Ouch. Okay. I could go for Ratcatchers. We're on Raid Coin, it's fine. You haven't missed it? You haven't. Hey MJ, how are you doing? Whenever you read the title, it's in an hour. Yes, True Test gets it. True Test might have studied law because he thinks the way I do. And aiming for world champion? No. That is not it. How about Bruce? Yeah. And maybe eat this? I mean, if I can bleed them, I'm happy, right? I did not read the title. You're doing well, just working? Hey, it's awesome to be productive. No, I haven't heard back from a university yet.
On thy courageous mother.
But hopefully that happens. Okay, so the goal would obviously be to play She Who Knows soon enough. You're marrying a German streamer? No. I only know one and he's taken. Kritzy coming in at 4 months. Thank you so much, Kritzy. I appreciate the support. How are you doing? Getting desperate, I see. That's how I like it. Altyd goed, ek bly om dit te hoor. Ek is baie goed, dankie. Thanks, 6. Okay. So I get another one of those, which is good. Tia's podcast? No. I believe the announcement's supposed to happen soon, by the way. Terror of the Seas. That's a bunch of commitments. Damn. Do I get ahead here? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's just about even, I'd say. If my maths is serving me correctly. Yeah. And then we'll pass. Am I German? Nein, ich spreche keine Deutsch. I will start pronouncing ch as k. I'm not that type. I'm not getting married, no. I'm very single. A murder stirring contest? How many languages do I know? I only speak Afrikaans and English. I did German just for like a year. Can I come to the wedding? You may. You may come to my imaginary wedding. You're invited. I mean, this is the hand, I suppose. Very nice. How single? On a 0. That is how single I currently am. By choice. Something like that, I don't know. Mamuna. No, I'm not pregnant. Preginto. Very single, very available to do whatever you want. And with do whatever I want, you mean play Gwent all day. Probably shouldn't be announcing. I think they know already.
Sacrifices for Melusine, one and all.
Or else I wouldn't get requests for pictures of my feet. Hopefully I wouldn't. I can't assume that. How lovely. Yes, the person on Instagram wanted my feet pictures and said he would pay a lot of money. I said no. He said okay, can he still give me a lot of money? Duh. Send him my email and send him pics of my feet for lots of money. I mean, initially I was planning to get Flake to do it. He seemed very keen. But I decided not to bother him. Harold.
Down on your knees and beg for mercy. Burn the hole, fell the tree, anything shiny, plunder!
Is this gonna be our first win, Monka S?
Hey, my eyes are down
Might
there.
be. A pixie is not pregnant. Why don't people offer you money? It's not a fair world, it seems. King Bran is not enough. Yes. Pixie's getting married. I wish. The people who want me to pay tax. Slipping? No. I slipped when I was talking on Discord. I should tell Burja to hurry up. Yeah, I'm wondering about Project Necker, to be fair. Believe it or not, I have no information whatsoever regarding Project Necker. I'm so curious to see what that's gonna be about. You can go for now, Bloody Mistress. Natural selection can totally stay. This hand is not bad. Maybe Mamuna goes for now. Perfect. Perfect hand. No, I'm lacking one thing. And that thing would be Griffin or Gankayen. Nope. It's okay.
They say you are.
Thanks for the info, you're welcome. Protect my kneecaps. Can someone tell me how to get the accomplished drinker title? I'm not sure. For some reason that makes me think of dwarves. I might be very wrong though. Tia got selected for a college in Germany with full scholarship. That would be amazing. The USP is gonna give out just when she says. I'm afraid that might actually happen. I've got about 50 minutes left before the power goes back on and we're safe. Only 50 though.
You'll regret your mum ever squirting you out.
This is currently 5, not big enough for my liking. So how about we do this and this and this. Nice. It was a reward in beta for completing some challenge. Is it Gwent related? No, it is not. That I can tell you. I will not be answering another question though. I see where this is going. I don't know if the reward is still possible. Circle of Life. Okay, so they're purposely not exactly playing any engines on the board, which is interesting. 20, yeah, this should work. Okay, well, I just pass now. Right, yeah. Or a cult. I haven't been accepted at Edinburgh, no. Unfortunately, they said they're a bit late with the application process and I have to wait 2 more weeks. So I applied at 4 other English universities. University of Kent, University of Essex, University of London, and University of Bournemouth. At least you spell it that way. Perfect hand, I think. Perfect hand for a bleed, that is. Nice. But you don't stop streaming, right? No. Will your announcement make me reject reality as I know it? No. Corn guy loses to Tia. The announcement is around the corner. The reason I can't... I've received strict instruction to wait. Let me adjust it. About an hour. That's better. I don't want to hold you on, like... I don't want to clickbait you. I'm literally waiting for them to... I need to stop saying them. I need to wait before I'm gonna tell you. Let's put it like that. I'm so bad at secrets. Oh my gosh. Them, it's not CDPR. Announcement of TheaBeasty is eating people? Yeah. Bad timing with the whole out of the EU. Let you cast masters. Rashid, there is no harm in asking. In fact, she's a real woman.
Nigh is the time of
I
the
wish.
white frost and white light.
Okay, how about rat capture this time? Yeah. And keep this on 6 because I don't trust them not to just... Oh, they've already played Circle of Life. Well, they can have Forest Protector, perhaps. Hey, Cordo. Tia's book finally done? Nope. If they made that mistake, they wouldn't let me do what I want, though, Sag.
No mercy!
Hey, they can't do much about it, though. Once you're alive, you're alive. Take it from me. Okay. I probably have to go with Brewers. Here, click this first, then play Brewers. I didn't like the carryover. I wanted to stop it, but it's a 7 now. The only other 2 is Hawker Smugglers. Announcement of The Witcher 4? Nope. Nope. No actress role. None of that. Yeah, not CDPR. I knew it. Told you. Circle of Life. Ah, I should have clicked this. Stupid Tia. Tia to replace Freya Allen? Nope. Cards are releasing a World War III expansion. I would have liked that very much. I will switch to Hearthstone. Haven't played Hearthstone. Okay, well, I guess it's time to do some damage. Microsoft bought my Steam. Maybe watch your son's baseball tournament. I would love to watch your son's baseball tournament. I've never watched a baseball tournament. And no, I've never played Hearthstone. Never. I've downloaded it once, and then I saw it was made by Blizzard, and then I uninstalled it immediately. I'm not dyeing my hair. Nope. Not dark, at least. Okay, so we bleed them for everything they have, yes? Pretty much. I'm here. Thanks for the follow.
No, I don't nibble at them. They'd fall right out.
Be glad you haven't. I actually have some things I can give away if this goes on too long. I still have some things I have to give away. Games.
You'll be fine.
Well, at least the power will go on soon and... Oh my gosh, really? If the power goes on, then at least my face won't be as white as it currently is. This was your best card? Interesting. The Goliath? Skags, I knew it.
Lethal as melons. You mud-dead dunderhead.
It's okay. I only need her to survive. Then Ratcatchers goes on. Switching GOG partnership to Steam. I don't think Steam does partnerships. I think they're well off not to need it. Torque must be massive. Ah, nice. Okay, do this. Oh, yes. Perfect. Yeah, perfect hand. Absolutely perfect. Finish. Okay, so I have one card on the board. We got rid of Skags. We got rid of a Goliath. Maybe there's a Philovanderl.
Special prize. Just for you.
Now see, I'm not too worried about this, actually. I'm just gonna do this. Tia's leaving Twitch to relaunch Mixer and launch her own NFT and card game. No.
Fine. If my coin's rang to you, go kiss a dog beneath its tail.
Go kiss a dog beneath its tail. Let's see, what games do I have left I can give you? I can't recall, actually. That's not good. I'll have to test it. But like, we can do a giveaway based on The Walking Dead, The Witcher, or Grid number 2.
But the pay's better for souls.
Yummy, yummy in my tummy. Nummy, 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 num. Num, 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 num. Oh, okay. Claw of surprise.